Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. My name is Claire Candy Hough, and this is going to be the weekly general reading for today, October 4th through to October 11th. I hope you're all well in this extraordinary, transformative, and monumental year in which our beautiful planet, planet Earth, is ascending into a planet of light. I feel so much jubilation and so much excitement as we, its inhabitants, are also ascending into beings of light on a planet of light. So while I was choosing cards and the posse of angels, this is my wonderful angelic family, who I am part of, while I was shuffling cards, this message came out, and it is: let go, surrender, and release the life you thought you would be living in order to make space for and to receive the life your soul is destined to live. So, I mean, there are so many of us out there who are spiritually minded. We have all the knowledge, and we've read the books, and we've done the clearing, and we've done the healings. But if there's not that last little bit that we can release and be open to receive the way that our soul wishes to step into our fated destiny. Some would call it our purpose. I call it our mission here on planet Earth. Then we will not be able to receive it. So let go of the life that you thought you would be living in order to live the life, the extraordinary life of your soul's destiny. Let's go to the cards, let's go to the runes, let's go to the charms and see how the messages come out. First thing that I always do is I choose a rune, and the first rune that came out was this one. Now, some of you might be saying, Candy, you have it back to front. And when I turn it this way, it's still blank. It's the blank rune. It's the unknowable. It's the divine. And the message on this couldn't be better to reflect about us letting go of the life that we thought we were living, because this rune is not only the end, but it's blank. It's the beginning. It's the clean slate that we are now writing upon. It's exciting evidence of our immediate contact with our own true destiny, which time and time again, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, many are calling it our fate. And with the Lord of Karma, the planet Saturn, going forward after 5 months being retrograde, I think that was since the beginning of May, then our karmic blessings, our karmic compensation, or all those karmic things can start coming in for us. The appearance of this rune can also portend a death, but don't be afraid. A lot of times that's symbolic. It is the dying to the old, the limited, and the outdated side of ourselves in order for the new to come in. Part of you needs to let go of that in order to relinquish that, so that that new side of you can come in. This rune, the blank rune, is pregnant, and at the same time it's empty. As I said, the blankness is the fertility of our dreams. It's the limitless and boundless possibilities that we now get to step into. And as I said before, it represents the path of karma, our fated destiny. Whenever you draw the blank rune, take heart and know that the work of self-change is progressing in your life, and it's a time for us to now step into our destiny. So that is pretty exciting. The next thing that I went to was these absolutely magical cards. This is the Fairies Oracle, and it's by Brian Froud. Absolutely magical cards. This one came out, which was number 35. It's a number 8, the card of abundance prosperity. It's the card of infinity. If you place the 8 on the sideways, it's infinity, limitless, boundless possibilities. It can be about riches and wealth. And remember, wealth comes to us in all forms. I love what this card is saying. The message, the message on this card is natural magic is happening now. When things flow almost effortlessly, that is a sign that natural magic is at work. In my Angel Healing House radio programs on Blog Talk Radio, which, by the way, every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I have been speaking about how things are not, for many, things are not difficult anymore. They're not hard. They're not trying to force and figure things out. How things are gracefully and easily happening and falling into place. And the fairies are reminding us, the fawn has come in to remind us to enjoy it. A very important part of natural magic is simply allowing, again, releasing all of your expectations and attachments so that the energy can flow through us. We become the channel for that magical, miraculous, synchronistic energy that was there all the time. This means both giving and receiving freely, but they're saying let the energy flow and don't try to control it, and certainly don't try to push it. Just, they're saying, and this is absolutely fairy-esque, just dance with the magic. Trust it. Remember to keep returning to the source for inspiration and to keep your heart filled with light. And certainly, our bodies, as I've spoken about on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio program, our bodies are going from carbon-based to crystalline in nature as we are taking on more and more light, as beings of light on a planet that is transforming into light. And this certainly, the fawn, look at the light in this card. That is absolutely beautiful. Next card that's coming out for us, and I don't usually choose this many decks, but the posse of angels were so excited. They say, get this deck and get that deck and those oracles. And so there's this one, Denise Lynn, the Sacred the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. Beautiful purple deck there. And this one came out, which is in so much so much confirms the other cards that came out. And this one is answering the call. The time is now. See this lovely lady? She's walking through the gate, and there's a beautiful stag there. It's funny that we had the fawn in the fairy cards and that we have a stag there. And the deer, the stag, is there to remind us. The stag is about leadership as well. You know, that just dropped into me. The deer is about being gentle and kind and not pushing the river of life. But the stag is about accepting leadership. And they're saying, you are being called. And that's why the initial thing that they had me write down is you need to release and surrender, and you need to receive what is going to be given to you by your soul, no less than your soul's destiny. The card reads, you've been called. You might feel ready, you might feel really uncertain about what you're given, or you might not be willing. But when you receive the call, you definitely must respond. That's what they're saying. If you've been waiting for your life to turn out in whatever way, then the waiting is over. This is the period that we're going into for the rest of October, and also they're saying for the rest of the year. If you have been waiting, it's now time. Your true and authentic life is happening. Wow. If you've been hoping for a sign, then this is it. Do not question it. Right now you've been called, and a gateway is opening through some form of communication on the earth plane that is coming from the spirit realm. The energy of courage will surround you. You know, Pluto has also gone forward. Actually, Pluto goes forward today, October 4th, after being 5 months retrograde. And Pluto has had us sitting, many of us, for the last 5 months in discomfort while we look at our shadow sides, while we look at those things that we're not comfortable with. And now, with it moving forward, then we can step into more of our truth, more of our authentic selves. You may not know what the future is going to bring you, but you do know that it's now time to act and to move forward. You might not have been given that sign as yet, but this is a card of confirmation that we're stepping into the unknown rune, to write on our clear slate. And the fawn is telling us that things are magically going to be falling into place with ease and grace, and for us to answer the call. Now, I thought that was going to be it, but then they said, choose an animal spirit card. I said, okay. So the next deck that they had me choose from was this one, The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook, and that's by Kim Kranz. Beautiful messages in this one. And the bear came out. And the bear, in a few words, is waking from spiritual slumber and beginning anew. And it says, after a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, and the posse of angels are saying that this slumber is a slumber of our learning spiritual knowledge, of our gaining and acquiring spiritual knowledge. But now it's the time to go out of our caves and to share it with the world, empowered like the stag as those new thought form leaders on the planet, and to step into those positions where we can serve not only ourselves, but serve others as well. At first, our movement out into these new positions, well, it may seem a little bit cumbersome, or, something that we might not have done before, but the bear knows that it's time to awaken and move towards the light. The bear represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. And how does this so magically fit in with the rest of our cards and the rune that we drew? In the initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest, it may feel a bit tricky, but know that the winter of our spiritual lives is waning, and the warmth of, no matter where you are in the world, the warmth of entering and stepping into that light and that warmth. And this bear wants us to know that our transformation is beginning. Wow. So that's absolutely beautiful. Let me go to my cards here and choose some cards. This is my deck I'm using. It's the Angel Healing House Tarot deck, and not ready for publication as yet, but the posse of angels say soon it will be ready. I don't know what soon means, because the posse of angels, so many in my group that I am part of, we are part of a 537 strong posse of angels. Many of them have never experienced being on Earth, so they don't know what time is. And another thing that they don't know is money. And I have so many clients come to me for intuitive counseling sessions and channeled messages from the posse of angels. And it's so funny when they ask about time and money. And they're always very kind. One thing about my angelic family, the posse of angels, is we are kind. And we're always positive, enlightening, and uplifting. So let me have one more shuffle, as I really did shuffle the deck very, very, very thoroughly before. Split that into 3. 1, 2, 3, and see what comes out. Okay. The first card coming out for us is the World card. Oh my gosh, this is almost the exact thing as the blank rune. This is the ending. This is the ending, and this is the beginning. It's the completion of our cycle. You know, on my Angel Healing House radio program on Blog Talk Radio, I've spoken about for years and years how we have completed the first 2 missions here on planet Earth. The first mission was to wake ourselves up, and then to grab as many people as we could and inform them to get them on board of the train of ascension. Our second mission was to create the tarot cards, the books, the screenplays, the ideas, the blogs, the radio shows, the TV shows, like I did my Views from My Balcony show, and when I was on Transformation Talk Radio for several years, create those foundations to get out to a wider audience. And now we're stepping forth into our 3rd mission on the planet, to be able to serve not only ourselves, but serve our deepest destiny and fate that we've come back for. And that's such a beautiful indication that we are the world. You see her dress, the green and the blue of her dress as it's melting into Earth, or it could be the other way around, as the Earth is fulfilling her. Many people for many years thought that we would transcend by, getting so full of light that we would pop out of our bodies and ascend into the heavens. But no, because planet Earth has decided to ascend into a planet of light, we ground ourselves into the physical. At the same time, we are filling ourselves up with higher frequency energies and higher light so that we can live heaven on earth. So what a beautiful card to start off with. The next card that we come up with is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is fate taking over, like answering the call. Answering the call, fate comes knocking at our door, and we will be shown. You don't have to push it. You don't have to figure it out. It will come in with absolute ease and absolute grace. And you will marvel. The posse of angels and I are sharing that you will marvel at the way the karmic blessings, now with Saturn moving forward, these karmic blessings, this karmic compensation, this karmic retribution, this karma of gifts that are going to be coming in synchronistically. And you are going to be going, wow. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10. It's basically a 1. It's a completion, and it's a completion, and it's a new beginning as well. So when that communique comes in about offering you that opportunity, or aligning you with a person that can support or promote or encourage you, or somebody has seen your work, somebody loves you, somebody says you'll be in a career sense, you'll be perfect for an opportunity, a career or a job opening, and then you will marvel the way that this comes in. Next card is coming in is a very strong foundation card of 4, which is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a card of authority. People seeing you as this. I love the way I designed this card with the 2 divergent waterfalls. And this Emperor, the sun just burst through the window here from my balcony. The Emperor is sitting firmly on his throne with the 2 ram's heads. Very strong energy, very strong masculine energy. And the waters are very clearing, and they're very cleansing. But this is being seen as that authority, and bringing the Wheel of Fortune, bringing in those opportunities or those jobs or those, careers that are going to help us to step into this very firm, secure, foundational, um, very strong, creating a very strong foundation for us. The next card that's coming out for us, wow, is the King of Wands. I mean, look at that dragon on that card. Dragons know who they are. They know their strength. They know their power. Now, this is also, could be, if it's another person, it could be that person in that position of power in their career or their job or their business that wants to have you align with them because they can see this emperor energy inside of you. Very powerful, these two cards together. And you will be seen as an authority in your field. They're saying that once again, to step into that. And, you know, like the bear says, it might be a little bit shaky, a little bit cumbersome to begin with, but that doesn't mean that we can't learn and we can't get up to speed with things. But the excitement knowing that Spirit has brought this to you means that you have all the gifts and the talents and the abilities to be able to do this that is coming towards you, that is the fulfillment of your soul's fated destiny. Wow, the next card that's coming out is the King of Swords. We've got very, very masculine reading here, very powerful reading to help us to step into that which is going to be offered to us. The King of Swords is that very strong, again, authoritative. He knows who he is. He's mentally clear, he or she, mentally clear about what they want, what their vision is, and about how to execute that. And of course, the Griffin is there to remind us about the magic and the synchronicities and the miracles that are working behind these extraordinary energies that we are experiencing. Three very powerful masculine cards there. The next card is the Chariot. The charioteer in many tarot decks is a man, but mine is a woman. And there she is, reining those Pegasus horses. And this is a very strong card again, a card of recognition, a card of getting rewards, getting promoted. It's also a card of travel. That's what I'm hearing. Many who are stepping into their soul's destiny, their soul's mission or calling, if you want to call that, their highest soul's destiny, will be moving. We will be moving. We will be traveling. So, and it's a number 7 card. They're having me look at the number 7, which is the card of doing the work of the divine. I'm just getting shivers all over. And it's to remind us that we are stepping into that work of the divine that we were always meant to be doing. And it was not time yet to do it on planet Earth. Much of what we had to share, there wouldn't have been an audience because millions upon millions of people hadn't woken up yet. But now it's time. Now it's time to be given this offer and then going off on this new adventure, traveling, and then doing what it is that it's going to excite the hell out of us. We're going to be very passionate about it, and it'll serve us, and we'll be able to serve the world. And the last card coming out for us is the 10 of Cups. This I call the Sunshine, Lollipops, and Roses card. This is the card of the highest emotional fulfillment. Again, it's a 10, which is a completion, yet it's also about a new beginning. And it's celebrating all that we've been able to transcend and heal and clear, not only for ourselves, for others, and for the planet. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful reading. They want me to look at the bottom of the deck, and they're saying the 4 of Wands. This is not only the marriage card, but they're saying this is marrying heaven on earth, what we're going to be given. It's also a card of celebration, particularly in this card. Another 4, very strong foundation, and the 4 of Wands is a celebration for all of your hard work to get to this stage in order to be then presented with what we're going to be presented. Beautiful with the doves and the white roses. The doves are about new beginnings, and the white is about purity and stepping into our divine mission. I went to my Milagros charms, and I chose some charms to finish off our reading today. The first charm that came up with us, for us, is the starfish. Starfish is about regeneration. Many of us are going to be taking the next charm is our spiritual wisdom, the wise old owl that came out. And we're going to regenerate ourselves with all of that spiritual knowledge that we remembered. And we not only helped others with the spiritual knowledge, but we put that knowledge into practice in our own lives. And then what comes in is there's the wheel that comes in. This is very much like the Wheel of Fortune. Because we've regenerated ourselves, remember that we've been in the 5 months of Pluto retrograde, in which we were looking at the shadow side of ourselves and transforming and rebirthing ourselves. Then the wheels do start to turn in our favor. The next that came out for us, actually, there were 3 that came out together, and I thought this was wonderful. This one was the Eiffel Tower, okay? This one was the airplane, and this one was the camel. And with these 3 together, they're all about travel. Then certainly the camel is having the endurance and the strength from within and all the fortitude that we need for us to keep going. But this is that many of us are going to be traveling when we are given this calling, this answering the call and stepping into this new blank, clean slate that we're stepping into. I'm so excited. Okay, the next thing that's coming out for us is the magic of the fairies, the magic that the synchronicities and the key, both of these came out together that are going to unlock doors for us that we couldn't even possibly ever have imagined for ourselves. The final ones that came out were 3, and these came out together, was the whale's tail. And they're saying this is going to be bigger than you ever could have possibly logically and rationally figured out. And then the bee, the sweetness of this fated mission of you to step into. But the bee is also about working in collaboration with groups and organizations and partnerships with people to come together to create the sum of the parts being greater than the whole. And the last one that came out is the little ladybug. And the ladybug is all about abundance. It's all about the abundance. And the posse of angels wish for me to say that this abundance that we are going to be in, because we allowed ourselves to let go of the life we thought that we would be living, and we made space in order to receive the life that we were destined to live. In that life, in that flow, it's just a continual flow of abundance where you know that you will be supported by spirit because you're in a co-creative dance with God source energy. And it's never failing, and it's always there for you, and it's always going to be turning over in your favor. So I hope that's been helpful for you. I don't know about you, but I am so excited. Please do call into Angel Healing House Radio, Blog Talk Radio, this coming Thursday. That's October the 8th, one day after my birthday, October 7th. You can wish me happy birthday. You can even sing happy birthday to me. It's called Happy Birthday, Connecting to Your Joy. We're going to be speaking about connecting to the Galactic Federation of Light. Finally, our energies are high enough to be able to connect with our interstellar, benevolent, beautiful brothers and sisters, our intergalactic family. Our energies are high enough. I'm going to be speaking about our connection to the fairies. Our energy is high enough now that we can actually connect, just getting shivers all over, connect with the fairy realm who have been hidden from so many of us. It is just such a monumental time on the planet. If you would like to take advantage of my beautiful special at the moment, for those who want to learn Reiki, Reiki 1 with me is usually $295, but for the month of October, it's $222. And also for Reiki 2, the learning of Reiki 2, either in my Santa Monica office or online. Reiki 2 is usually $500, but for the month of October, it is $444. Also, for intuitive counseling, angel tarot card readings to get your extraordinary and beautiful channeled messages for myself and the amazing posse of angels. Also, I do ancestral line healing and also past life healing. Those are all bundled together. And also for my beautiful books, I am an angelic walk-in, which is the true life story of myself, Angel Ariel, and how I walked into Claire Candy's body on January 11th of 2003. And also the prequel to that, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, about my life before I was Angel Ariel, just as Ariel, and the 5 most important past lives that I lived. And also, I don't have it on hand at the moment, but my beautiful book, Angels of Faith, about how we do not die and how we are divine and eternal. Please call Angel Healing House for any of those. That number is 831-277-3716, or you can go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Oh, by the way, these two are available as audiobooks on audible.com as well. I'm wishing you so much love, and as always, angel blessings. Go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself in this year of jubilation, in this monumental year as we are transforming into a planet of light as beings of higher consciousness and beings of light. Take care, everyone. Bye.